Thousands of years ago, the earth was covered with trees and forests where the ancient spirits of he-gods used to live. Ashitaka is the main protagonist, who is the village prince, and along with him is his pet named Yakul. One day, Ashitaka sees three girls coming from the forest. Kaya informs him that there is something in the forest. Ashitaka tells her and her friends to go to the village, while Ashitaka goes to speak with Ji to find out what is going on. Sometime later, a demon appears and rushes towards the tower. Yakul is waiting for the prince but gets paralyzed with fear. The demon is about to eat the poor animal when Ashitaka shoots an arrow to scare it away. The demon gets pissed and destroys the watchtower, but the Ashitaka manages to save Ji and escape. The demon starts heading towards the village, and Ashitaka goes after to save the villagers. Ji tells him not to let the demon touch his body, or else he will be contaminated by the curse as well. The young prince comes in front of the demon, hoping that it would alter its direction. But the demon spots Kaya. Ashitaka talks with the demon, requesting him to go back to the forest and leave the village alone. With no other option, he shoots an arrow into the bastard's eye. The demon changes its attention towards Ashitaka and attacks him, and manages to grab the young man's arm. Ashitaka barely manages to free his arm and prepare to shoot another arrow at the demon's head. However, he soon realizes that the demon is nothing else but a giant boar covered with leeches. He then shoots another arrow into the boar's forehead, killing him once and for all. Meanwhile, his arm burns like ice cream after being exposed to the curse. Suddenly, the villagers arrive to cure the prince's wound. Hisama arrives, who gives a bottle to Kaya, and she pours it on the prince's arm. Hai sees that the boar is not an ordinary one, but it is a god, so she apologizes to it, but the boar tells her to piss off. At night, the elders gather, and Hai tells them that the god Naga was taken over by an evil spirit. It was blinded by the it, and that turned him into a demon. She asks Ashitaka if he wants to know his future, and the boy agrees. She says that the prince will soon die, so he should try to go to the west. She puts the iron ball found inside the boar and tells him that the evil is doing this, so he must foreseek what is going on. The prince agrees, and the old guys can't do anything since they are the last of the Emishi village. Ashitaka cuts his hair and puts it on the table before leaving. As he prepares to go away, Kaya arrives to give him a crystal dagger so he can remember her. Days pass by, and Ashitaka ventures through different landscapes before reaching a battleground. Some of them try to kill him, and Ashitaka's cursed arm is starving for blood. He cuts the arms and blows the head of a soldier's. He arrives at a market, and as he is exchanging a small gold nugget for rice, a man named Jigo approaches. The duo run as they are being followed by three bastards. At night, they camp in the forest, and Jigo reveals that the forest spirit can get rid of that curse. The next morning, Ashitaka and Yakul go to the west. On the mountain, we see a bunch of people who are under attack by wolves. A girl named San is seen with Tieta by wolves as well. However, the humans fight back and manage to fend them off. Suddenly, Moro appears, who is the mother of the wolves. She takes down a bunch of the humans. Lady Eboshi hits her with a bullet in her neck, and the man sets her on fire, making Moro falling off the cliff. Ashitaka sees two men who are still alive after falling off the mountain. Suddenly, Ashitaka hears something, and he sees Moro, along with San and the wolves. He asks if she is the forest spirit, but San tells him to go away. When he returns to the two men, he sees a Kodama. Suddenly, a bunch of them appear, and they start to show the way out of the forest. After a while, they reach the spirit's place, where Ashitaka sees a bunch of footmarks. Instantly, he sees a deer, and the demonic arm gets out of control. However, Ashitaka manages to control it, and finally, they reach the fortress. Everyone is happy to see Kuroku, and Eboshi wants to thank the stranger personally. At night, the old men tell Ashitaka about the boar god Nago. The god was attacking the villagers, so Lady Eboshi attacked the god with her firemen, making it flee the forest. The prince goes to the lady and shows her the mark on his arm, along with the iron bullet. Eboshi senses that he is cursed, and the lady takes her to the place where she is making firearms. The demonic arm wants to kill her, but it won't lift the curse. Eboshi shoots in the forest, where we see a bunch of creatures trying to replant the forest. She offers Ashitaka to join her to wipe out the forest so the Princess Mononoke can finally turn into a human. Eboshi says that the blood of the forest spirit can heal anything. Ashitaka gets pissed and leaves. The same night, San prepares to infiltrate the city. She wants to chop off Eboshi's head, and Ashitaka senses her presence. He tries to stop her, but San is going to finish the bitch. Eboshi appears with two women and offers herself to San. However, the soldiers shoot at her, and she falls down. Ashitaka defends her, but she wakes up and starts attacking him. She rushes towards Eboshi, and the two start to fight. Ashitaka gets pissed and the demon starts taking over him. He bends Ganzo's sword and stops the two from fighting, but Eboshi tries to attack him and he knocks out both ladies. He leaves Eboshi and picks up San to go back. However, a woman accidentally shot at him, making a hole in the boy's body. The wolves come rushing towards the village, but Ashitaka tells them that she is safe, and they go into the forest. Ashitaka falls unconscious, and the wolf tries to eat him, but San forbids him to do so. The ape tribe arrives and tells them to go away as they will eat the human and possess his powers. San says that this is bullshit and they should not act like maniacs. The wolves fend them off and San tells them to go home. San takes Ashitaka on Yakul to the Lake of the Spirits and tells Yakul to go away as he is free. Suddenly, the Kodamas go up the trees to see that the forest spirit has arrived. It looks like a large monster. Meanwhile, Jigo is also seen spying on the spirit along with a bunch of fools. The spirit turns into a deer with a human face and blows air to heal the prince. Jigo sees that a bunch of boars are coming from somewhere, and they also Okoto, the leader of the boars. He sees the man run away while Ashitaka wakes up to see that his wound is completely healed, but the curse hasn't left his body. After a while, the wolf clan and the boars come face to face with each other, and they demand to eat the human. Moro tells them that San is his daughter, while the human is saved by the forest spirit. The boars get pissed since the spirit didn't save Nago. Moro tells them to keep calm, but Okoto arrives and says that they will take on the humans and finish it once and for all. After a while, we see that Jigo joins the Lady Eboshi and shares the information he has gathered. San takes Ashitaka to her hideout, and when he gets up in the morning, he sees that San and the wolves are gone. He picks up his gear and calls Yakul. However, a wolf is waiting for them and shows them the way out of the forest. Ashitaka follows the wolf and gives him the crystal dagger to give it to San. San and Moro see that the Iron Town has started its raid, and Eboshi is accompanied by Yogi. The humans are burning the trees and cutting them down to infuriate the boars. San senses that this is a trap, but Moro tells her that the boars are a proud nation who will not stop until the last of them is killed. This trick by humans will make the stupid. San requests her mother to let her go to Okoto, since that old boar is blind as hell. Suddenly, the wolf arrives, who gives San the crystal dagger. San and the wolves go to Okoto, while Moro goes to the spirit forest. Meanwhile, Ashitaka is heading out of the forest when the rain starts. He hears a bomb and also hears gunfire in the distance. He sees that the Iron Town is under attack, so he rushes towards it. He jumps into the water, and the samurais shoot arrows at him, but he blocks all of them. Toki sees him, and he asks about the Lady Eboshi. Toki explains the samurai attacked them as Lady Eboshi went to take out the forest spirit. Kuroku gives him his bow and arrows, and Ashitaka says that he will come back. The samurais chase him, and Shitaka comes across the burning bodies of the dead boars. However, one of the arrows hit Yakul in the leg, which forces the prince to use his demon sword. He kills the chasing samurais and finds the residents of the Iron Town. Eboshi is not among them, as she is after the forest spirit. He explains that the town is under attack. Jigo's men want them to return and start digging the graves, but they can't leave their town alone. A man explains that Jigo had put mines in the ground and made them act as bait to lure the boars. Suddenly, Ashitaka sees that one of the wolves is still alive. It is getting crushed under the boars, and Ashitaka jumps in to save the wolf. The riflemen try to stop Ashitaka, but the villagers get pissed and they take them down. They lift the boar, allowing the wolf to free himself. Yakul is injured, so Ashitaka can't take him. The villager tells the prince that the riflemen with Eboshi belong to the sick bastard Jigo. Ashitaka gives his bow to them and goes to find San. In the forest, one of the spies tells Jigo that they have found Okoto, who is going to the spirit realm with San. We see that Okoto is severely injured and he is having a hard time walking. He falls down when the monkeys start to throw branches at them. They tell them that the undead are coming. Suddenly, a bunch of soldiers wearing the boar skins appear, and Okoto thinks that his warriors have returned since he is blind. He starts running towards the forest spirit, and the warriors chase them, so San instructs the wolf to bring Moro. Okoto falls down, and the warriors surround them. The putz darts in the old boar's body, and suddenly, the cursed leeches start to appear on its body. San tries to take them off, but one of the bastards throws a stone at her head, making her fall unconscious. The leeches take over San as well, and take her into Okoto's body. Ashitaka and the wolf are on their way to help, but San still tries to persuade Okoto to stop. However, she gets cursed by the leeches as well. Ashitaka runs through the forest to tell Eboshi that her town is under attack, but she won't listen. Meanwhile, Moro is in the spirit lake because of the cursed bullet inside her. Ashitaka comes near her, and Okoto arrives as well. The warriors in the boar skins circle them, but the wolves arrive to fend them off. Ashitaka tries to save San, but Okoto throws him away. Moro jumps on Okoto to save San, and in the meantime, the spirit arrives. Eboshi shoots at the deer, but it survives. He goes near the gods and takes their lives, while Moro hands over San to Ashitaka. The spirit is turning into the Nightwalker when Eboshi blows his head off. Jigo and his men quickly take the head of the spirit while a giant death bubble appears from the body. Morohead sees Eboshi and rips off her arm. Gonza catches her, and the spirit starts to turn into the Deathwalker, who can consume everyone's life if it touches them. Ashitaka takes the lifeless body of the Lady Eboshi to the island, while Gonza follows them. San is pissed at Ashitaka for saving this bitch, but he tells her that they can still save others. He convinces her to go after Jigo and return the head. They get on the wolves and run towards the two while the spirit is going after its head. The sun is about to rise and everything is quiet at the Iron Town. Suddenly, they see the giant rising from the mountains. Ashitaka shouts that their lady is coming with the other men, but they should immediately leave the town. If the spirit touches them, they will be dead for sure. Toki and the rest of the folks evacuate the city, but some of them get caught in the spirit. San and Ashitaka find Jigo and try to convince him to return the head. He fights back while the rest of his men take the head. San runs after them, and they throw the head to run for their life. Jigo catches it, but they get surrounded by the spirit, so Ashitaka and San offer the head to it so it can return in peace. The spirit takes the head, and as the sun rises, the spirit falls on the Iron Town. Everything gets washed away, but the forest gets green once again. Yakul finds the duo, and their curse is gone. San says that Ashitaka means so much to her, but she can't forgive the humans, hence she will live in the forest. Ashitaka says that he will rebuild the town, and he and Yakul will come to meet her from time to time. Back in the town, Eboshi says that the spirit was never their enemy, and now they will make a better town while keeping the forest alive as well.